She still uses a notebook. we're about to change that today. So we're about to get her set up with Claude Code. I'm gonna show her everything that she needs to get going. And we're gonna do this. Right now it's 7 p.m. We're gonna have this done by like 9, 10 p.m. at the latest. Show y'all everything that we built just this quick. Tell me everything that you're trying to do with your business.
I have a post-op and body sculpting business located in Atlanta. We do anything from post-op recovery to cosmetic tourism overseas to lymphatic work to body sculpting, body contouring, detox programs, postpartum recovery programs, all in one holistic detoxing. I have some things right now. My business is expanding, and so we are trying to add more automation to take some of the business load off of me. Do more automation in the admin side of things, help with some of our funnels.
Okay. So there's an operating system that you don't love that you want another
Not a
solution
fan
for.
of.
Okay. You want to automate your business.
Absolutely.
You have some websites you need to make and sell some items.
Yes.
So there's a few things that she needs to get set up. Everything that you guys see in my free AI agent starter kit, she needs Visual Studio Code, Claude Code. You already upgraded to the pro version?
Yes.
All right, got the pro version. We have Whisper Flow, which is gonna get rid of this. You can get rid of this.
Okay.
And we downloaded all the other starter kits. And I'm gonna give her my PDF, which I'm about to import into Claude Code, and it's gonna set up everything for her, so she doesn't have to go through the whole setup. All right. So what we're gonna do is go to that PDF that we downloaded. This is right here. Right. Literally, we're just gonna go to upload from computer. We're gonna go to that. Open. Right. So there's a few things, right? Right now you just see like a couple modes. So whenever you want to think through something, you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. You can just give it the website like, hey, I use this operating system called Mind Body. It's not the greatest. Here are the kinks that it has. Can you make a version of this for me? You'll put it in plan mode. Anytime you want to brainstorm and plan something, you'll put it in planning mode. There's a step called bypass permissions, and it'll freak you out because it says dangerously bypass permissions at first, right? But you don't have to worry about that, right? Because that's only like, you don't want to like give it certain things where you're like, oh, delete all the files that I don't need on my computer. And it just goes like, starts deleting. Or like stuff with your bank information, you don't want to just let it, just free roam, just do this, right?
So we can do things outside of the app.
Absolutely. It can clean up, like if your computer's messy, it can do a lot. So like, if we were to shoot a video and like I gave you a bunch of raw files, it can go through, organize them, all that stuff. So, all right, so bypass permission is gonna just make it to where it doesn't ask a bunch of questions. So I have a consultant that's working with me with setting up AI agent starter kit, and I want you to take this PDF and implement everything that he has in it, and just walk me through what I need to get you all set up for the right workflows and agents that I need to help automate my business. So if you would have typed that, that would have took so much longer, right? So we just got that much quicker, right? See how it was all correct. We got all of that, boom. And it's called vibe coding, right? So while it's doing this thing, you can just do other stuff. You can start a new project, or you can start another project on something else, right? And it'll tell you what it's doing. So that's what I love about it. It like tells you and breaks it down. So the thing is, right, Claude Code is what it's using. Claude Code is the agent, right?
Okay.
Visual Studio Code is like the container for it. You can use Claude Code without Visual Studio Code, but I like Visual Studio Code because you can open up so many different like tabs, different projects. You can work through terminal, and it just
Okay, so essentially they're kind of the same thing, or they're integrated within each other.
yeah, VS Code enhances Claude Code essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see it's doing a bunch of stuff, right? So now it's gonna do all this stuff. First, what's your name and what does your business do? All right, cool. You just exported all of that from ChatGPT. So all we're gonna do is copy what Chat told you,
Okay.
right? And we're just gonna feed it. This is it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll copy, go here, and we'll just tell it. All right, cool. So go to offers. What are your main offers, right? Refer to the ChatGPT export that I just gave you about my business, right? So anytime this doesn't match, you can just say other and just say, hey, just look at that, right? You can literally say, I'll type them in other, right? Cool. Tools. Which tools do you use day to day that you want your AI agent to connect to? So it's asking you this because in my starter kit, I have it saying like, hey, these are things that you need to connect to, right? Do you ever use Notion or Slack?
No.
Okay, so we'll just do Gmail and GitHub. Brand voice. What's your brand voice? source it from my website, right? You can just tell it, source it. Why am I typing? We don't type anymore, right? Source it from my website. Cool.
It's
Boom.
more peachy.
And then I'll let you type in your website.
It's a warm and educational tone.
Okay, we can. All right, warm and educational. Okay, cool. So it's doing that. Boom. All right, so it's doing that. We got her signed up with GitHub. Got her signed up with Superbase, which is she's gonna build like her own CRM dashboard. We're gonna get all that set up. And you got signed up with Vercel because we're gonna do some app creation and landing pages today. All that. Like I said, it's not set up. I like to do this first, just so it organizes everything and kind of tells the agent how to work. So you can think of an agent like literally an employee, right? And you have to give it. You have been in business for a while. You know what SOPs and systems are, right? Mm-hmm. So you give it like literally systems. So it has these things called skills. These are like superpowers that you feed it and tell it what to do. So people have downloadable skills, right, that you can go get from the internet, or you can make your own skill. You can tell it, hey, make me a skill for how I like to post my social media posts on PT Post Op. I like to always post to Facebook first because Facebook likes to flag people for unoriginal content. So we're going to post to Facebook first, wait 90 minutes, then post to Instagram and TikTok, right? So we don't get flagged for unoriginal content. Right, so it says, what are PT Post Op brand colors? So it is already taken all that information, right? So we're going to say other. We'll just say pull it from the website, right? Which, all right, boom, ptsculpt, right? Mm-hmm. .com. Cool, yep. We'll copy that. Cool. Pull it from the website. So now you see how efficient and fast we're working, right? So it's like literally, we're just breezing through. I thought I copied it, maybe I did. All right, boom. So you can read that, right? I'll type in the hex codes, the peach, whatever, which it already had that information, right? But we'll just say pull it directly from the website. And then we can copy this. We're going to tell it the same thing on the other page. So we'll press enter. Brand fonts. It's going to name all these things. Just pull it from the website. It can literally make you a whole brand guidelines from the website. Same thing. Pull it from the website. All right. So boom, it's going to be working on that. So if this was set up,
says it's frolicking.
Yeah, it does. It does like all these different.
It's cooking.
Cooking, frolicking, churning, all that. You're not gonna be able to do everything in one night because it's a lot. But I'll get you set up to like how to, you know what I mean. Just talk to it and tell it what you want to do. So while it's doing that, we're gonna go ahead and just go to these connectors and connect different things. All right. So things that you use, I'm sure, are Canva. Mm-hmm. So it'll have you. Literally just log in. So we're just going to be...
So this can integrate with Canva?
Mm-hmm. Oh. You can tell it to make this. You can tell it to... like
and
you know
I
how...
can edit it on Canva or I can edit it through that? Or both?
On Canva. So you can make a template. And you know how ChatGPT, you make flyers, you can't change it?
Yeah.
Now you can, right? Next, Gmail, right? It can do different things. Like let's say that...
I have a bunch of stuff in my Google Drive.
Yep. So you can do that. Let's say that Queen Naja is a client, right? Yes. Let's say she were to email you and say, hey, I need a new session, blah, blah, blah. You were busy. You didn't see it. It would tell you, like, hey, this is an important email. You should probably check it. Like, you can have it do all of that stuff. It can become a personal assistant, a marketer, SEO specialist, graphic designer, all that stuff. Google Calendar, what you're going to want to do. So, yeah, you're going to want to do all this at some point. Okay, so... this is why I love planning mode, right? So what you gave it, right, is just going to tell you we're setting up this. It's telling you about yourself. You also run Peach Academy. You do this, all right? Telling you all that. Oh, yeah, when you turn your memory on. So memory is how it remembers different things. So you don't do something and then you come back in and it will forget what you did. That's a quick little thing we did there. Was turn the memory on. Cool. All right. So it'll tell you, like, here's what I can do and here's what I can't do, right? Mm-hmm. So it's telling you all these different things. The About Me skill, which is already making, and it's already taken from what you gave it. Here's my founder bio, 10 years in business, is accurate, right? Yeah. It's got all of that. So that's the About Me skill. So anytime you talk about yourself, it'll know this, right? Brand guidelines, here are your colors from the website. Here are your fonts from the website. It looks like you use Playfair. Oh, Wait from the Canva. We'll update that. So this is why reading is important. So if you're going to do this, you need to read, right? So fonts, it didn't pull from the website. So that might be something that your website might not have uniform fonts, possibly. Is it just random fonts?
Yeah, it's probably just random fonts because it's still being built.
Okay, so yeah, we can make our own fonts. All right, cool. So logos, it got your logo from the PT brand. This is great. Tone, all that stuff. Cool. Different MCPs MCPs are the connectors. Those are the things that we were logging into. All right. Your command dashboard, a bunch of different stuff.
Can I go through each line and edit this if needed? Okay.
You literally just talk to it and say, change this, and this, all right? So let's go through this dashboard. It wants to make a dashboard, but honestly, we can tell it hold off on the dashboard for now until we.
Why are we holding off?
You want to go? It
says pipeline, today's priorities, KPIs, pending approvals, daily. It just sounds like stuff I need.
Okay. So let's talk through. Okay, so before I press record, you need a CRM.
Okay.
Right, which is like showing you all your sales coming in, your goals that you're looking to hit, and like who you need to follow up with, stuff like that.
Yes.
It'll have that, and then it'll have all the emails and all that stuff for people that you get. And then you can have your upcoming bookings all in there in the dashboard, so you can see like, okay, here's my whole calendar. Here are all the bookings that I have coming up. You can even schedule follow-ups of like, hey, Queen got her sculpting on the 21st. She needs to follow up with me in 2 weeks. It'll send follow-ups, all that stuff. You can do anything you want to be in there. You can have. So build the dashboard out to be a true CRM, a project management for all her tasks. And the CRM should have like upcoming bookings that are pulled from her scheduling app, whatever she's using currently on the website. We'll give that information later. It should have goal setting, the different KPIs. We can even set margins and different things based on what she's paying for booths and rentals and whatever that is. We'll start to build that out. This will be a med spa facing CRM. So you can do some research on the internet to see what CRMs are out there that are similar to like what med spas use, and we can base it off of that. All right, so boom. So we have that. All right, and it'll literally just do it. So that's your dashboard. It'll be getting set up. Your global file, which is just like kind of telling Claude how to work for PT post-op. Here's some recommended skills to install, right? So it's going to tell you like, oh, here's some Claude skills that are like free to the public, right? Social media content, captioning, which is really good, email drafting. So it'll be able to draft emails. It'll show how to do SEO, and then the client intake for like automated new client onboarding docs. So it's telling you how to do all of this stuff. So it's telling you it's the safety rules. Like Gmail is going to start with read only. It's not going to write anything or send anything for you.
But can it if I wanted to?
Yep. So all these different things. It's just telling you like what you can do to make sure it's working after it's all said and done. You can, ask it whatever and it'll literally do it. And here's what it needs manually from you. It's the brand hex codes. So
what are the hex codes?
Those are your colors, right? So I'll tell it either screenshot or use Playwright to look at the website that I gave you to pull the hex codes, the fonts used, and the logo files. All right, so Playwright is what can just go and take screenshots and read websites. All right, so we just finished your dashboard. I want to get the real reaction, right? Boom.
Oh wow.
So we got revenue that you can enter. It's in your brand
legit.
Colors.
Wow.
Right. Active client sessions this week. What's upcoming? Different alerts. What you have to do. Got your welcome. Everything you need to do has your finances, your goals, the academy, which it'll keep building out over time. But this is pretty dope to start. Right. Sample client. Your bookings. You can literally create a CRM. If you might get so much bookings that you might not want to do all that, but you can literally get it from lead to negotiating to closed, right? And just see that deal flow. So now with
clients before our contracts with surgery centers and stuff like that, that would work out perfectly.
So it's got goals, your monthly revenue, how many clients you want to get. You can literally set targets and set the goals, and it'll show you what you're doing. You can literally make this to where it's you can put everything here. So your annual priorities, you can put that in there and check it off as you as you get there, literally.
Wow.
So you just want to live in this, right? And
Okay.
remember, so Vercel is where you can host this on Vercel. You can pull up on your phone and all that stuff. And if it ever looks weird on mobile, you just go in and tell it like, hey, this isn't optimized for mobile. Make it look better. Blah blah. So you can
So I
add
can
us
go look at this on my phone.
once we host it to Vercel. You gotta tell it to do that. But yeah, and then you can really add whatever you want to it. Like, oh, show me all my device sales. That'll be there. Show me my social media posts and my content calendar. It'll be in there. Like you can do auto posting. You can see your grid. You can get content planning in there. Yeah. So it can be your hub for everything. All your trainings, your courses, everything.
And if I want to add something, I just tell it.
Just be like, hey, my Peachy post out dashboard, I need to add this, and it'll go do it. So
Cool. I did that in literally 5 minutes.
it was a little longer than 5, but yeah, about 10 minutes it did it. So yeah.
Wow.
So all right, boom. So you got all of that, and you just literally tell it. So whatever you want, you be like, hey, like you need to tell it. I don't know how to do this. Give me ideas for things I want to add. Right.
What client did it choose?
I just did a sample client. Right. So, but you can go to add one. Like, hey, this is a person. So add a client. It literally has all that stuff.
Wow.
Surgery date, recovery phase.
That is so crazy.
Where you got them from.
Crazy times.
And this is straight. All she had to do was import my PDF and it gave her this. So
I'm going to play on this all night.
right. So it gets addicting. That's what I'm saying. Like people, you become like a mad scientist and you just go like, oh, what can I create? What can I create? You can do this. So you see like literally what I'm saying. Like you can make your own mind body. Now you see how like, so cool.
Cool.
All right.
Love it.
Boom. So this thing comes up every now and then when you've done a lot of work in one tab, and it'll just ask you to like, it's like a lot of context. It's like, yo, I have so much information in this one tab. Just either condense it or move it to a different tab, right? So,
but it's keeping it still.
It's keeping it, right? So, all right. So we're gonna tell it a few things. It's compacting that. We're gonna tell it to build a folder structure so like you can see all your projects like on this side, right? And then
do a lot of befores and after photos and stuff like that.
You can upload all of that. So you're gonna want to upload. You're gonna have folders where you just upload all pictures and all stuff you've ever had, so you can reference it. And like, hey, if you title it, it's even better. Like, hey, I want to create a case study based on that Queen Naja thing. Can you go pull her picture from this folder and add this, this, and this? It'll do it. So it's compacting that. All right, we'll just start somewhere else. All right, so I want to make sure I have the perfect folder set up for all these workflows and projects that I'm doing. Can you go ahead and make projects for Peachy Postdoc, Peachy Academy, and incorporate all the Claude MD files and different things that we need to just make sure I'm organized and that you don't get too cluttered when I keep building out new projects. You can even upload on your dashboard to like have the AI projects that you're working on. Let's say you're building this out, you can see, because it gets to be a lot. Like you're working on something and it asks you for like, hey, I need you to manually log into 5 different things. You're like, I don't have the time to do that right now. So you'll leave off, but you might forget. So you can have it in there of like, hey, what do I need to do? You can even set it up to your phone so you can text it and be like, hey, can you send this email to Derek about this? Or
Download it on my phone now.
and you can text it and do it. You can do a lot. So it's dope. You'll get addicted. I promise you. You'll be up late doing all that. A few minutes later, we also finished her website as well, and they got it on point. Just all the animations of the different elements, the 3D design, things are floating and moving. All of her sessions are already in there, and you can click and book, and it's already all linked. The power of Claude is so strong. I love it for creating landing pages, remaking websites, automating dashboards. It's honestly amazing. I hope this video really helped. And if it's too complicated or just too much for you and need help, feel free to reach out to me and my team and we can get you set up, whether it's for a med spa or any business that you're thinking about. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.